Megaminx, a puzzle loved by many people all across the world, and also a puzzle that I really enjoy. So I decided to take Megaminx a bit more seriously because I have a competition in a couple of months, and my goal is to get a Megaminx solve of under 1 minute. Now 1 minute is not a lot of time, especially for a big cube such as this thing, the Megaminx. It is a really difficult thing to achieve. This is why I'll take you along with me on this journey, the journey to reach Sub-1. Today I will practice Megaminx for about 1 hour, and I'll see what progress I can make in that hour. Today the goal is to practice making the first layer, because there are 2 layers on the Megaminx. My goal is to learn how to solve the first layer really quickly. I will also be setting up this Megaminx today, and I will be practicing. I'll just be doing a bunch of solves as well. So come along as we get good. So come along. In the beginning and the end of every episode, I will do an average of 5 to see how much I have improved during that 1 hour. So come along and let's get into it. I'm back now. So yeah, I'm back now. I don't know what the show is going to look like, but I hope it looks good enough. Yeah, so I'm going to open up my cstimer.net, and here I can do an average of 5 on Megaminx, and I'm going to start a new session 4, and here we are going to set it to Megaminx Scrambles. Maybe this is not the right time to mention this, but I don't know how to scramble Megaminx, so I'm just going to do some sort of hand scramble, like that, and I'll just start solving them. So let's start off then. So here I can see, some stuff, but not anything too special. You might not believe me, but that was a PR. You like that animation? You like the animation? Yeah, I thought so. So every single time I get a PR counter will count how many PRs I've gotten throughout the series, and this is the first one. 2 minutes 42 is the current PR. And yeah, so let's get into the next solve, I guess. So 3 minutes 17. Three minute 55. That is a new PB. 2 minutes and 19 seconds and 54 milliseconds, and that is the new time to beat now. So, I don't really know how much you have been listening to while I was solving. However, here's a bit of a sound check. And well, it does sound a bit dry, and honestly, I want to do something about that. So I think it is about time we set up this cube. So now that we have scrambled it up, this flows very well into the next stage. So the next stage that we're going to do now is really not that complicated. I'm just going to practice on creating my first 2 layers, and I won't time myself. I'll just simply have fun with it. So, yeah. I feel like my first 2 layers are already, like, they are not great, but like, I would say they're not like horrible either. I would say my second 2 layers are my weakness, but obviously I want to have a good ground coming into this challenge. The first step of solving a Megaminx is to create a white star like this. Then we create F12 pairs and we put them in to the star. However, something that many top solvers do is, even if the cross is not completed, they will still insert the F12 pair and then insert the star piece. Here is also a quick example of why they do this. So they have an F12 pair already made and the star piece is at the back there. So what they do is they insert the F12 piece before and then they can bring the star in. Now, this is something which can be really efficient, and it's quite similar to freefop, which is a 3x3 solving method. So basically, you're doing 2 steps simultaneously. You're doing the star and the F12 at the same time. The rest of the solve is basically block building, or not block building, but F12 pairs. And since I can solve the 3x3, this is not a problem for me to create F12 pairs. Now, also, I like to use these F moves a bit more on Megaminx now, because I don't know, I have been practicing Megaminx a bit more recently, so I actually decided to, you know, just give it a go on the F moves, and they actually really help during the F12 phase. Not only is this a good way to distribute the silicone lubricant in the cube, but it is also a great way to practice my first 2 layers. And this is a really good finger trick actually, to do this. It's such a useful thing on Megaminx. It's a bit difficult to get used to, but like once you do it, you cannot stop doing it. So I really recommend that. There's also reverse, which is quite good. I learned this in a tutorial somewhere, and that was really good. So yeah, here is something which I find super annoying on Megaminx. The corner is here, the edge is there. Since you're holding the cube like that, you don't see the edge, which is super annoying. Which is really annoying, but how would I pair this up? So I could just do this, and then I can do this, and then I can put this back and insert. I hope that was a good solution. By the way, if you have any tips on how I can improve my first 2 layers, please comment some tips down below. So I think it's actually about time for me that I bring out my laptop, and I'll do some solves, I guess. So let's get into it. Minute 56. Okay, so I have only done 6 full solves. Okay, this chair is creaking so much. So I have only done 6 full solves today, and that is including the average of 5 that we did. But now I think it's about time that I do my final average of 5, especially since we're nearing the end of this 60-minute challenge. So let's do an average of 5. So basically the average of 5 I had before was a 3 minute 11.13. Now I'm going to try and beat that.
Seconds.
So
12 seconds.
At 2 minute 34 and 60 milliseconds. Wow, like this is incredibly good. Even like I'm so happy with this. but we have one last solve left to see how good of an average we can get.
8 seconds.
Oh my goodness. We just got a 2 minute 38.47 average. Yeah, let's go. And for those wondering how much we cut our time with, we cut our time with, we're gonna ask ChatGPT to do this. We just dropped our time with 32.66 seconds, and I think it just comes to show that if you use your time right, you can really make an improvement in any event, and that is exactly what this brand new series is all about. And yeah, I'm so surprised that I was able to drop my times by that much just by doing 2 easy steps. So yeah, I'm actually just gonna leave this video here, and I'm just gonna leave this video here then, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.